day, you are truly a Spartan.
Thanks, Father.
Attack!
This one I think is a sleeper fight meet and one that you want to keep your eye on. It's Thiago Moises, 15-6, 500 at 4-4 in the UFC, taking on Christos Giagos, aka the Spartan. And you wonder if Thiago's going to be meeting the Spartans in this one, because at 19-9, 4-3 in the UFC, if we look at Christos's losses, I mean, they really are only two killers. I mean, he lost to Josh Emmett pre-UFC. He lost a split decision to Shamil Nakayev, and then his UFC losses, all tough guys, right? Dubronx Oliveira, Drakkar Klose, and Arman Tsarukyan most recently. And that was the last time we saw Christos Giagos. But before that, he picked up two straight very nice wins. One over Carlton Minus, who got subtracted from the UFC and wasn't very good. But the win against Sean Soriano, who's a decent training partner, was easy work as well. So, of course, Arman Tsarukyan is going to be too much for him. But is Thiago Moises, who has dropped two straight and is 500, but similar to Christos, only loses to killers as well, right? Lost to Ben Dariush, lost to Demir, who we just saw pick up a beautiful win last weekend against Guram Gutataladze, and most recently against Islam and Joel Alvarez. So great matchmaking in this one. Thiago Moises is about a -200, though. Are you rolling with Thiago in this one, or might Christos Giagos be a juicy meat value stake around +200? Who you got?
Yeah, this is such a great fight, and I feel like a solid levels test. I mean, definitely winnable by both sides, but I gotta lean a little bit on the Moises just because, you know, he's been around for a while, and he's been absolutely tearing up some of these guys, while the Spartan, you know, he's in, and then two fights, and he's out. I think properly, you know, the odds pretty fair, I would say. Maybe a little more respect on the Spartan, but yeah, I gotta go Moises. I agree with Tapology, 93%. I mean, Moises is no freaking joke. So if Spartan runs through him, then, you know, maybe I aboard the Spartans, you know. But until then, I gotta ride Moises in this. I think he's all around better fighter, quicker, sharper, stronger, better cardio, etc.
Yeah, I feel that, and he's also 5 years younger, right? And if you look at just, you know, the fighter stats, they're pretty consistent, about the same size, about the same reach. And if we look at the wins that both fighters have picked up, you just think that Thiago has fought a higher level of guys and beaten a higher level of guys. I mean, wins over Michael Johnson, Alexander Hernandez, and Bobby Green are all pretty respectable Ws. Like, those are all maybe top 30 guys who will give you a tough fight on any night. And Christos Giagos has beat some decent guys, but nothing in that upper echelon. And so I kind of am with you and with the 93% that's rolling with Thiago. Do you think Thiago's going to get a finish in this one? And if so, are you rolling with the about 35% Tapology who thinks the submission is most likely, or maybe a KO?
You know, I think I would lean a KO more than submission. I think the Spartan is pretty good on the ground, but maybe submission would not surprise me. But I personally think a distance is going to happen more than anything. I don't know if either one of these guys are going to get finished.
Yeah, the only guys who have been able to submit Christos Giagos are Bronx Oliveira and Pupis Martinez over in TPF16. So he is a tough guy to sub for sure. But I'm with you. Going to roll Thiago. Going to go by decision. I do think this might be a pretty close fight, though. And I'm hopeful that Thiago will really mix it up and not just fall in love with just the striking. Because, I don't know, I do like his striking, but I think Christos has some stuff to offer there as well. And I hope he doesn't mess around and maybe drop around, make this a close fight, maybe a split decision type loss. So I'm hopeful Thiago mixes it up well, and ultimately I think he will en route to a unanimous decision. So any last thoughts on this lightweight matchup, mate?
No, excellent fight. Can't wait. Throw in the comments who you guys got. Do you have the Spartan or Moises?